Hey y'all, Andrew here from Black Panel Press, and we're putting out a self-publishing course for comics. So all you guys who love illustrating comics and writing comics, well, this is for you. So Black Panel Press has published about 13 graphic novels in the last 4 years, and we've published through Amazon, through Diamond, through Ingram, and we've even done sales on our own website and through direct to comic book stores across the US and Canada. And so we're putting together this course that'll include all the essentials that you need to know in order to self-publish your own comics, and a lot of the tricky things that people don't necessarily think of. So here's what we have: how to launch an e-commerce, how to do business with Amazon, sell your book there, digital and print, how to generate reviews, and to increase the attractiveness of your book listing on those e-commerce platforms. The big one here is Diamond Comics. So how to make a connection with Diamond Comics, how to do the marketing plan, some ins and outs of working with Diamond, the publishing cycle, that kind of thing. Big section will be formatting and generally the print process. But also how to use a layout program like InDesign, and we'll keep it to the basics here. So we're just going to look at how to set up your document, how to do the basics like page number, size, and the margin stuff that I mentioned. Funding, so how to come up with the funds to publish and print your graphic novel. Some people, you might have some extra funds lying around. You might just want to print your comic yourself, and that's the quickest and easiest if you have that extra money. But for the rest of us, it can be a bit challenging to come up with that money. A lot of printers, especially offset, some of them may require a high minimum order size. So we need to be able to come up, some of our first books that Black Panel Press published cost us $10,000 to do a print run. We'll talk about how to set up and launch a Kickstarter, how to look for grants. This is important. Governments all over the world, pretty much every country, that has a kind of a cultural program. Like so, France, Brazil has one, Portugal, Canada, and the United States, for example. Many more will have a publishing grant programs that will support artists in their country to produce these kind of literary works. Branding, so you have your name, your logo, but you want to make sure that your brand is set from the beginning. It definitely represents all your values in your work, and it's not going to change. So talk about the basics of that, of creating a brand. Editing, so there are a lot of resources that I'll mention in the course that you can go to edit your book. Make sure first of all, the story makes sense. There's a good amount of character development. There's a plot that has some conflict and satisfying resolution. So those elements are important, and I'll share with you my editing checklist. When I consider publishing a book, I'll use that to evaluate it and determine whether or not it's something that, first of all, is going to be good and it's going to be critically well received. And when I say that, I mean people are going to read it, they'll enjoy it and review it well. That's very important because your book has to be good. You can sell a bad book, but then the word of mouth won't travel. You won't get purchases after your initial launch. So we don't want that. You want to have a good quality book, but also something that's marketable. You want to have something that's good, but you also want something that people are interested in, they want to read. So that's why we look into target marketing things. And so that's kind of some of the areas that we're going to be covering. It's going to be really an extensive course, probably about 10 hours long in total. Sign up here and we'll notify you as we get closer to the launch. So thanks very much for watching, and any questions, please reach out to us anytime. Thank you.